Hello everyone. So welcome to the channel of RD Technical Learning. In this video, we are coming up with the career guidance series. We are continuing with the same series and we will be looking into the queries related to the career that we have got in the comment section itself. So let's look into the query. Now, this particular query is in Hindi language. So people who are not understanding Hindi language, so I'll be translating this query to the English and will be explaining you and then we'll be going to the response. So the query is in B 2013, that is his second year, he has left the engineering, right, because of some personal reasons. And he completed this graduation in engineering in 2022. So he started in 2012, and when he was in 2013, that is his second year, he left the studies and then he continued his studies after some time and then he was able to complete in 2022, right? Now he's looking for a job in manual testing or in automation testing and he's not getting calls. So he's asking, is education gap the reason behind not getting calls, and should he stop getting or searching jobs in the field of software testing, right? Also his age is increasing, so should he learn automation testing, right? And he is very much bothered about earning right now because there are some responsibilities on him, so he's looking for a sort of career guidance, right? So yes, so one of the reason why you're not getting calls is the gap. So you started engineering in 2012 and you have completed in 2022, so it's almost 10 years that you have taken. Yes, there might be some personal reason, there might be some urgent emergency critical reasons because of which you might not be able to complete studies in one go, right? So those things you have to prepare for an interview you might be asked. Now the second thing, you will be able to answer in an interview, but first, how to get the calls for the interviews? So what I would suggest is, don't go for the MNC companies, don't go for the big multinational companies in which they will look for all kind of documents, they will look for all kind of graduation being completed on time. You can try to get a job opportunity or a job in a small startup based company which is having 15 to 20 employees, right? What does a startup mean? So if in a nutshell I have to explain you what does the startup mean, so let me share my screen. Okay, so a startup company is a one in which you can work from office, you can work from home, right? Wherever you can work, and you need to work 7 to 10 hours, and sometimes you have to work 6 to 7 days a week as well. So there are times when in a startup you are not able to give the time to your personal or to your family friends, right? So initial level, you would have to face a lot of struggle, because the hard work required at startup is more, but it is worth it because eventually you would get the knowledge in the startup, right? So you don't have to join the startup which is having some sort of risk, or they might tell you that you have to pay 3 months of money to us and then they'll hire you. So those are scams. I'm asking you to join genuine startup companies which is having less number of employees, right? So as in when you will go into the startup company, so that's how your career will start, right? So you will join some startup company, you will get some experience, get some knowledge, and then you can switch to MNC company. And meanwhile, what I would suggest is learn automation, because automation is the key. If you will learn automation, automatically your graph of the career will be going high, it will be rising at the top. You'll get a lot of knowledge in the startup, because in the startup the people will give you opportunities to complete the task, to complete the work by yourself, and there will be less amount of people, so pressure will be more, but you need to work under that pressure for some time, so that maybe after some time you can apply for MNC company with this experience, right? So that's what my suggestion is. Don't give up at all of a sudden right now, right? It has been 10 years, you have already studied a lot, right? And besides that, if you are not getting any job, right, in the testing or in the IT industry, so start some teaching job, start some faculties, start some join some training institutes where there is a vacancy for trainers. You can train people in the various technologies such as testing, Java, C Sharp, .NET, Selenium, right? A lot of things are there. You can be a part-time trainer, and that's where you can start with your bread and butter, right? Because it would take some time to get you a job into MNC company. First, get a job in the startup, then MNC. That's how you have to do, right? So you will have to work parallel also. When you are working at a startup, at that time you also have to continue preparing for the MNC company, preparing for the interviews, right? So it is very important that you get a job into the startup, right? And startups is actually something in which you would be able to directly interact with the CEOs, the heads, the interpreters of the company, the sales head, the marketing. So you would be getting the knowledge to the very ground level. And as such, also for you, getting a job in MNC company is very difficult. So go for startup. And let's see your query once again if there is anything left in your query. Yeah. So you are asking if you have to learn automation or not. So yes, you can learn automation, but before that, you will have to learn one programming language, maybe Java, if you're comfortable with, maybe Python, whichever programming language that you are comfortable with, you can start with it. But at the same time, parallel, keep on applying to the startup companies, keep on applying for the part-time trainer jobs that I advised you. And whenever you get some time, read about automation, right? Getting a job for you right now, irrespective of whether it's a manual testing or it's an automation or it's a mix of both, is least concern. Getting a job for you is a top priority, right? You have to get a job and you have to have the name of some of the company in which you have worked in the resume, right? Because it is a big gap of 10 years. And that's the reason why you are not getting calls. As such, also the calls are less in the market, right? But you are not the profile, or based on this gap, you are not able to compete with the other candidates, with the other profiles. Those are there in the market out, right? So as suggested to you, you can try becoming a part-time trainer, get some part-time jobs, which is related to software testing, right? Get some companies, list of companies of startups, and apply there, go to their careers website, drop them a CV, increase your network on LinkedIn, right? Connect with everyone on LinkedIn, follow to the recruitment team members, and you'll come to know which jobs are coming up in the market, right? So that's how you have to proceed with this particular scenario, right? So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I believe this kind of queries you all would be having, and the purpose of creating videos is to help each and every individual out there to proceed to the next level. And these things are totally free of cost. We are not charging anything. So please do hit the like button so that it reaches to the maximum people out there. Right. So thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates.